and today we are going to be making Peter Pan and Tinkerbell cupcakes. Okay, you guys, what you're going to need for the Peter Pan and Tinkerbell cupcakes is 1 cup or 2 sticks of softened butter, 1½ cups of sugar, 3 large eggs, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 2 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 3/4 of a cup of milk. We are using coconut milk today. Okay, so for the icing, we're actually going to be doing a buttercream frosting. You're going to need 1 cup of softened butter, 3 cups powdered sugar, 2 to 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. And for the decoration portion, you can make your own fondant, but we just bought ours for a couple bucks. And some decoration tips, we're gonna use a Ziploc bag for a piping bag, and some glitter sugar and food coloring. We just finished mixing the batter with our electric mixer. We got it nice and creamy. So while I make the buttercream frosting, I'm gonna set the oven to 350, where the cupcakes will bake for about 25 minutes. Now we are filling our cupcakes, and we are going to fill them about 3/4 of the way full, so it'll give them plenty of room to rise. So while the cupcakes are baking for 25 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and get our buttercream frosting going. So for the 2 separate cupcakes, I'm gonna make the buttercream all in one, but then I'm gonna divide it into 2 and make a darker green icing for Peter Pan's cupcake, and then a lighter green for Tinkerbell's. Now we're gonna add the food coloring to the Peter Pan buttercream, and if we did 2 to start out with Tinkerbell's color, we're gonna do, I'll say 4 for Peter Pan's, and then we can always add more. All right, so now we have the food coloring mixture and the buttercream for the Peter Pan cupcakes. I ended up adding about 8 drops of the green food coloring, and as you can see, it is a much darker color than the Tinkerbell, so I think that's going to be really nice. Now we've got the fondant out, and we are going to start spreading it really thin and putting some red food coloring in here. This is going to be for the red feather in Peter Pan's hat. The more you manipulate it, obviously, the easier it gets to work with. We've got our fondant all rolled out with the food coloring added to it. This is a little practice feather I did, and you basically just take the flat end of the knife to make the indentions, and you just kind of start to cut to get your feather. So now that our cupcakes are out, they look beautiful. They're totally done in the center. We're gonna let them sit for about 30 minutes to an hour before we frost them. You can put them in the refrigerator if you like to speed up that process, but we're just gonna let them cool on the countertop. We've got the buttercream frosting from the Tinkerbell cupcake here in our little makeshift piping bag, just a regular sandwich bag that we cut the tip off down here and put the decorative nozzle down. So we are just going to start in a little circle and work our way around the cupcake. To add the finishing touches to make it extra little pixie dust for Tinkerbell, we're going to add some silver sugar cupcake gems. We have the buttercream frosting also in our makeshift piping bag, a little sandwich bag with the same nozzle. And we are actually going to do the exact same thing that we did for the Tinkerbell cupcake and just start piping all the way around the cake. Now that you have the Peter Pan cupcake all iced, you're just gonna put the feather. How cute is that? Thanks to everyone who watched this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to follow WDW Cupcakes on Facebook and Instagram, and stay tuned for more delicious videos.